And some of us
get fired.
What? Oh.
영어 성장에 든든한 동반자 보리영어입니다.
And some of us. And some of us.
네, 그리고 누구는
Get fired. Get fired.
get fired.
Get fired. Get fired.
해고를 당하지.
What? What?
What?
What?
No.
What? Oh. What? Oh.
Yeah, well, it seems they're shifting the whole outfit much more towards the emerging markets. Yeah, well, it seems they're. Yeah, well, it seems they're. Yeah, well, yeah, well, yeah, well,
이게 야웰 정도 할게요. 야웰
yeah, well, yeah, well,
you know.
yeah, well,
야웰 you know.
yeah, well, yeah, well, it seems the. It seems the.
It seems there.
It seems the. It seems the.
야웰 you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, well,
It seems there.
yeah, well, it seems the. Yeah, well, it seems the.
예, 이게 there은 they are.
Shifting the whole outfit much. Shifting the whole outfit much more towards the. Shifting the whole outfit. Shifting the. Shifting the.
예, 여기서 shifting the.
Shifting the. Shifting the whole.
shifting the whole.
Shifting the whole. Shifting the whole. Shifting the whole.
outfit.
Shifting the whole outfit.
shifting the whole outfit.
Shifting the whole outfit. Shifting the whole outfit.
예, whole outfit 하면은 팀 같이 일하는 팀을 이렇게 다른 데로 옮기고 있다고요.
Shifting the whole outfit. Shifting the whole outfit much more towards the. Much more. Much more.
much more
Much more. Much more.
towards the.
Much more towards the. Much more towards the.
어디로 많이 옮기냐면 much more towards the.
Much more towards the. Much more towards the emerging markets. Emerging markets. Emerging. Emerging.
emerging
Emerging markets.
markets.
Emerging markets. Emerging markets.
떠오르는 그 이렇게 시장 쪽으로 옮기고 있다고.
Yeah, well, it seems that. Yeah, well, it seems that.
예, there 부탁해요.
They're shifting the whole outfit. They're shifting the whole outfit.
They're shifting the whole outfit.
They're shifting the whole outfit. They're shifting the whole outfit much more towards the emerging markets. Much more towards the emerging market.
much more towards the emerging markets.
Much more towards the emerging markets. Much more towards the emerging markets.
인력들을 옮기고 있으니까.
And of course. And of course.
And of course.
And of course. And of course.
And of course.
Well, I was total crap. Well, I was total crap. Well, I was total. Well, I was total.
well, I was total.
Well, I was total. Well, I was total. Well, I was total.
crap.
Well, I was total crap.
Where I was total crap.
Well, I was total crap. Well, I was total crap.
so까지요.
Well, I was total crap.
Where I was total crap. So.
Well, I was total crap. Well, I was total crap.
Toast to Bernie. Toast to Bernie. Toast to Bernie.
Yeah, toast to Bunny.
Toast to Bernie. Toast to Bernie.
앞에 얻어 붙일게요. A toast to Bunny.
Toast to Bernie. Toast to Bernie. The worst.
예, 건배하고요.
The worst. The worst stockbroker. The worst stockbroker in the whole world. The worst. The worst stockbroker.
예, the worst stockbroker.
The worst stockbroker.
예, stock 해도 되고 stock 해도 되고요. stockbroker.
The worst stockbroker. The worst stockbroker in the whole world. In the whole world.
In the whole world.
In the whole world. In the whole world.
stockbroker in the whole world.
Stockbroker in the whole world. Stockbroker in the whole world.
예, 이 세상에서 제일 못하는 주식 중개인 버니한테 건배.
Thank you, and Tony, the worst restaurateur. Oh. I thank you, and I thank you, and
예, I thank you and.
I thank you, and I thank you, and
건배 고마워.
Tony, the worst restaurateur. Tony, the worst. Tony, the worst.
예, Tony the worst.
Tony, the worst. Tony, the worst. The worst restaurateur.
The worst restaurateur.
The worst restaurateur. The worst restaurateur.
예, restaurant 하면은 레스토랑에서 뒤에 n을 빼고요. 그래서 restaurant 하다가 restaurant.
The worst restaurateur. The worst restaurateur.
예, 최악의 경영인을 위해서.
Tony and Bern.
Tony and Bunny.
Tony and Bern. Tony and Bern.
The terrible two. Both crap.
Both crap. Both crap.
예, the terrible two 뒤에도 들리고요.
In their own special ways.
In their own.
In their own In their own
special ways.
in their own special ways. In their own special ways.
이건 어떻게 번역하면 좋을지 댓글 한번 남겨주세요.
Since it's an evening of announcements. Since it's an evening of. Since it's an evening. Since it's an evening.
Since it's an evening.
Since it's an evening. Since it's an evening of.
Since it's an evening of.
Since it's an evening of. Since it's an evening of
announcements.
Since it's an evening of announcements. Since it's an evening of announcements.
오늘 저녁에 다들 하나씩 발표하니까 나도.
I've also got one. I've
뒤에 하고 나서 I've 잘 들으시죠?
I've
I've
also got one. I've also got one.
I've also got one.
I've also got one. I've also got. I've also got.
I've also got.
I've also got. I've also got
one.
I've also got one. I've also got one.
나도 할 말이 있어.
I've decided to get engaged. I've decided to get. I've decided. I've decided. I've decided.
I've decided. I've decided.
I've decided. I've decided.
그 다음에 to가 있어서 decided to. Decided to. I've decided to.
I've decided to. I've decided to get engaged. Get engaged.
get engaged인데 이게 get engaged처럼 들리죠?
Get engaged. Get engaged. Get engaged.
get engaged.
Get engaged.
I've decided to.
I've decided to. I've decided to.
I've decided to get.
I've decided to get. I've decided to get. I've decided to get engaged. I've decided to get engaged.
나 약혼하려고.
I found myself a nice, slightly odd-looking bloke. I found myself.
I've found myself.
I found myself a nice.
나 멋진 사람 발견했다고.
Slightly odd-looking bloke. Slightly odd-looking. Slightly odd-looking.
odd하고 looking. 좀 이상하게 보이긴 해. slightly odd looking. 그 다음에 bloke. 뭐 녀석 정도로 해석하는 거예요. 좀 이상하게 생긴 남자, 그치만 멋진 그런 남자를 발견했다고.
Who I know is going to make me happy for the rest of my life. Who I know.
이게 who I know is.
Who I know is gonna make me happy. Make me happy.
make me happy.
Make me happy.
It's gonna make me happy.
Gonna make me happy. Who's gonna make me happy? Who's gonna make me happy for the rest of my life? For the rest of
Yeah, for the rest of my life. 나를 행복하게 해줄 사람이라고.
Wait a sec. I mean, wait a sec.
Wait a sec.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean I 정도야.
I'm your brother. I don't know anything about this. I'm your brother.
I'm your brother.
I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, about this. I don't know anything about this.
Don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this.
야, 내가 네 오빠한테 하나도 모르고 있는데 나는.
Is he?
Is he?
I don't know. Is he? I don't know. Is he?
Yeah, I don't know. Is he?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Is he?
Is he?
I don't know. Is he? I don't know. Is he financially viable? Financially viable.
Financially viable.
Financially viable. Financially viable.
경제적 능력은 있는 거냐?
He's an artist.
He's an artist.
He's an artist with brilliant prospects. With brilliant prospects. With brilliant prospects.
장래가 촉망되는 작가라고. 감사합니다.